I definitely think that this issue is something that a lot of type designers can struggle with, knowing when the design phase is complete and they can move on to production tasks like kerning, for instance. I think the main challenge is that a typeface is a complex project. If you think of a very small character set, we'll go with the classic 256 characters. There are just many relationships to manage within that. So if you take 256, multiply it by 256, that is all the relationships that you need to manage. So the L, for instance, it can't just work as a singular thing on its own. It has to work in conjunction and as a system and in harmony with all of the other characters. And that's just many, many relationships to manage. And getting all of those things in a system and in harmony can be quite challenging. So I think that's why it can be a struggle to know when you're done, because there is so much to try to manage. You can certainly set artificial deadlines for yourself. So, I'm thinking about this in terms of a self-initiated project rather than a client-driven project. Because obviously if you have a client, those deadlines are all set for you and the client will help you determine whether you've met the design objectives for that project. But in a self-initiated piece, obviously, you've got nothing except yourself. But I find, for me, deadlines feel very artificial. You might get to the end of a deadline and say, oh, I will finish this particular set, but then you don't actually feel like it's finished, and so you want to continue to push the design. And so I would rather continue to push the design rather than artificially say, well, I will move on now. But for me, when I know the design phase is done, is essentially when I've gone through every permutation possible for characters that makes sense within the confines of the kind of design that I'm doing, that I've basically given it my 100%, and I've put all the effort I possibly can into that typeface, and the characters just feel resolved. It's just a feeling. I know that's very squishy. I wish there was a non-squishy answer, but I just feel like I've done everything. It's done. I don't know, it's just a feeling of I got it. That's it. There's no more. I'm done. So that's it. That's a totally squishy answer, but that's my answer. You're done when you're done.